AfterBuzz TV, starting place to the likes of WWE female superstars Kathy Kelly, Sonya Deville, and Zelina Vega proudly presents Women's Wrestling Weekly, the world's first podcast and YouTube series dedicated exclusively to women's wrestling, featuring all the latest news as well as interviews with top superstars in the industry. And now, AfterBuzz TV's own gorgeous lady of wrestling, TK Trinidad.
Bonjour, bonjour. You're watching Women's Wrestling Weekly, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. Were you playing it now? Okay.
No.
Distracted. We'll get into that.
I'm getting in the zone.
My name is TK Trinidad, a.k.a. the Canadian Assassin, and joining me is Coco Cena, a.k.a. America's Chocolate Sweetheart, a.k.a. I don't know who you were praying to, maybe God. Evan T. Mac, dressed up for the Halloween season. What's good?
Yeah, man, you got to boldly go, man, every now and again when no man has gone before. Shout out to the Trekkies out there. Happy Halloween. Yeah, what's going on?
Today we have nothing but amazing shows. We're going to do Star of the Week. We're going to do some news. And we always have amazing guests today. I was kind of concerned because I didn't know that I was going to get a guest today because it's Halloween. But we did. I'm thankful. Former American Pro Wrestling Alliance champion and WoW Superstar. I actually got to see her live and in person, live and direct. Ray Cray, a.k.a. Ray Lyn, is in the house. What's up?
What up?
Hey guys, how you doing? Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Now, are you going out for Halloween?
So actually, I have kind of my costume on right now.
Onesie!
Okay. There we go.
Is it a unicorn?
Yes!
It's nice and simple too. It's nothing like complex. She's like, just boom. Now I'm gonna look beautiful now. Costume, beautiful.
There we go.
And your hair's popping too, by the way.
It is.
Yes, it's nice to be blonde again. I was purple for a little bit for WoW, so I'm not used to it. I'm like looking at myself. I'm like, who is that?
Now we have a lot of people on the live chat and all that good stuff, and they were already coming through with the questions before we even started the show. So Star Drew, he said, "What is your favorite Halloween theme special TV show, if you have one?"
Themed what?
Themed Halloween special TV show. Is there a themed Halloween?
I suppose.
Maybe movies.
Like Twilight Zone or something like that. Or...
I watched X-Files my whole life growing up. That was my main show. I was so weird. I always was looking for aliens and monsters. I've been watching that Haunted Hill House. I don't even remember how to say it.
Oh yeah, somebody has told me about that. Yeah.
I got hooked in. I watched it in 3 days. I was just like, oh my God, I need to see what happens.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Halloween's my thing.
Yeah. Star Drew also asked me and you as well, Evan. I don't do Halloween like that. I don't do scary stuff. Thriller to me is very scary, and I'm grown, and it's hella old, so that's as far as I will go. Maybe Stranger Things because it was, tame.
Stranger Things was good too.
Yeah. It took me a while. I had to dip my pinky toe in there. I was just like, okay, it's safe. Like I'm not gonna have nightmares, so we cool with that. Now we did talk about your hair. So you were a former hairdresser, hairstylist.
I actually still do hair on the side a little bit. I cut hair like 3 days a week. So.
Okay,
yeah.
so hairstyle. Well, here's a suggestion. Maybe because a lot of girls, the wrestlers, they do hit. Their hair's always on point. So maybe you should schedule a hair appointment before you get in the ring. Obviously schedule time for your own hair too, but make extra money.
Crazy. I feel I get so lazy with my hair. Sometimes I look at pictures back on different shows I was on and I was like, why did I not do my hair? Did I even brush it that day? It's like I get so lazy about it and I'm like, I'm better than that. I went to school for that. I'm still paying student loans for that.
Seriously.
And I'm like, brush your hair, girl. Come on.
Okay, well, then maybe that won't work
I do
then.
other people's hair though. Backstage, I'll be braiding everyone and curling everyone, and I think that's maybe why I neglect my own hair.
Oh yeah, that for sure. But are you getting paid for it? Or are you just doing it just out of the kindness of your heart?
I'm just so kind.
Oh no! You better start taking appointments.
I should.
I mean, you went to school for that.
I know. When I lived in California, all the boys would come over, and I would cut all their hair in the backyard, though. So I just cut everyone's hair, make some money right before the show. So it was nice.
Okay, so you also there was apparently you were doing hair, you really didn't like it, you made the transition to wrestling. How did that kind of come about? How do you say, F it, I'm out of here and I'm gonna go into wrestling?
So it's kind of a long story, but I'll try to cut it down into different things. I didn't hate doing hair. I just needed to get out and adventure into the world. Like I needed to see everything. Actually, ironically, on October 30th, my father passed away.
Oh.
This was 5-6 years ago, and I realized he was only 51 years old.
Oh, wow.
Or he was 50 years old, and I realized, life is really short, and you really need to do what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I had always talked about wanting to be a professional wrestler, and all my friends always thought I was joking. But after he passed away, I got pretty serious about it. I was like, I told my boss, I was like, you know what? I have too much anxiety to be here. I can't be here. I need to be moving.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a full-time bartending job. I saved up all my money, and I started looking at wrestling schools.
Nice.
I went to a couple different ones. I chose OVW down in Louisville, and I would say, I think 6 months after my father had passed away, I moved down to Louisville, and I started wrestling training, and I've really never looked back.
Nice. That is an amazing story.
Wow. So
you got to take things like that and turn them,
Mm-hmm.
So if you let's say you weren't wrestling and you weren't doing cosmetology, what do you think you'd be doing if you weren't a wrestler?
Is there another option or another
Yeah,
thought?
is there anything for you?
I have a whole list. It's crazy. I have a whole list. My mom always said, whenever people would be like, what do you want to be when you grow up? I had like a list. Like I could never pick just one thing.
So what's on the list?
Yeah, what's on? Give me a few things on the list, a few items.
Well, hairdresser was one.
Uh-huh.
Professional wrestler was one. I've always wanted to be a flight attendant. I don't know. I want to drive heavy machinery as well.
Okay.
I have like a fixation with big trucks, and I want to drive them.
Uh-huh.
I want to talk to Medusa because I think being a monster truck driver would be really awesome too.
Yeah.
That'd be a good person. Yeah, she'd be amazing to talk to. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like, how do I get into that after I'm done pro wrestling?
Anything else?
Well, I wanted to be an FBI agent, but it was only because of the X-Files. I wanted to hunt aliens. And I don't know if they actually have a thing for that. Like, you can't just go to school to hunt aliens. So,
Well, you never know.
You never know. Once you get in the bureau, they might have a whole lot of stuff.
Now, now you also did martial arts and kickboxing. Did you do that as a child, or did you do that in addition to wrestling?
I did that as a child up until about the time I was 16 and started hanging out with kind of a bad crowd and got a little wild and didn't want to do any sports anymore. But I started martial arts when I was 4 years old. I got into karate. I think I was 13 or 14 and I started kickboxing.
Nice.
So it was fun. I enjoy it. I still like to mesh up a lot of my kickboxing and martial arts into my wrestling because it's what I know.
Mm-hmm.
It's what I'm good at. So
So who do you attribute your twerking skills to? Who gets credit for that?
who gets credit for that? Probably my mom. 'Cause I remember she was always dancing in the kitchen. Like she always had music up so loud and she's always dancing. My mom is such like a ball of energy. She's always happy, dancing, smiling. It's great. Unless you're really cranky. And you're like, stop.
So you saw your mom dancing and then you decided to apply the dancing twerking method into wrestling.
So I want to say it was like one of my first 2 matches.
Uh-huh.
And they put me in there and I did not know what to do. I had no idea what to do. And that was right after Miley Cyrus twerked up on Robin Thicke in the VMAs. And like everyone was going crazy about it. Like, who cares? It wasn't really that big of a deal, but everyone was going crazy.
Yeah.
I told the girls, I was like, I'm scared. I don't know what to do. They're like, just twerk. Because they were doing a talent competition. I'm like, I don't know what my talent is. I don't even know what I'm doing here. Why am I here? They're like, just twerk. So I started twerking, and then I got stuck doing that for the, well, what is it, 5 years later?
I mean, I think it's the fact that you have a small frame and then you use it, so it's almost like an accent. It's like you don't do it all the time, but it's almost an accent. It's like, by the way, I'm also going to twerk on your face. So
I don't do it a lot anymore. Like I used to really rely on it, but now I'm like, oh, I can wrestle too, so I don't need to do it as much. But it's still there. It's just who I am, I guess.
Yeah, because you were part of that. At one point, you were part of the twerk team with Marty Bell, another friend of the show. So that should have been an interesting.
That would have been a
thing.
So fun.
Now you were in the ring with Nia Jax. How was that?
Guys, she's really like tall and big, and beautiful. Like, oh my god.
Now,
powerful.
did you guys get to like discuss what was happening, like what was going to happen, or I
I
knew
don't know what to say.
you did this in another interview. I'm like, I'm gonna ask anyway because she might like us more and give us a little couple details.
Give us a little nugget.
Now, wow.
For WWE guys.
Now, are there any talks with WWE as far as coming back to do stuff like that? Mae Young, was there any kind of talks there?
Yeah.
I haven't been as lucky, and I really probably need to be a little bit more proactive and productive on talking to them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan's doing much better in that aspect than I am. So
Right.
I'm just hanging out and traveling, living.
So do you want to kind of develop your character more before you go there, or what's the game plan? Like, do you want to do the indies for a little bit longer?
So there are a couple of things I really wanted to do before I feel like I'd want to be tied down to anything.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do training over in Japan. I'd like to be there for a couple months.
Mm-hmm.
So I would really like to do a tour of Japan before I was ever tied down to any contract at all, to be honest. So that's like my number one goal list, and I don't want to jinx anything, but I feel like this is going to be a good year.
Nice.
Good. So is there any up and coming wrestler, any young lady out there that anybody should be keeping their eye on? Anybody that you feel is going to be really, really good in the next few years?
There's a lot, but there is a girl in Columbus, Ohio. Her name is Queen Amanada, and I just think the world of her. I really do.
Awesome.
Okay, we're gonna keep a lookout for her.
Yeah.
Now we have something in common, me and you, Ray Lyn. We both affectionate towards The Rock. Can you elaborate how you got into this affection of him? Like, what moment in your life where you're like, I really like this dude, that he always brings a smile to my face?
What is there to say about The Rock? Like, he's just so charismatic. So I think probably the first time I saw him, and I was like, just like, he was so funny, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he's just so much charisma. Like, literally, you're just drawn to him. And then obviously he's gorgeous as well. So
Facts.
it's just like, oh, hey. I blushed.
I think too, it speaks to just a person in general, that the fact that he can swear and moms with kids are cool with him is amazing.
Yeah,
it's a very it's a talent.
Yeah, that's a charisma thing.
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, I think Kevin Hart has that aspect too.
He does.
Now, have you?
As well. And whenever they're together, what was that one movie? I don't know.
Oh, they did
It's
like
great,
3
though.
movies. The Jumanji was one of them. I think they did together.
Oh, the CIA movie you're thinking about.
Yeah, the CIA one.
Central Intelligence or
Oh
something.
yeah, I
like
think that's what it
So
was.
funny.
Yeah, he's amazing, dude. And then you're also a fan of Ultimate Warrior.
that. Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, I think I am Ultimate Warrior because I am smaller. So in my head, like, I picture myself being bigger. So every time someone's like, "Oh, you're small," I'm like, "Who are they?" I'm like, I look around. I'm like, "Who are they talking to?" Definitely not me. I think I'm the Ultimate Warrior at heart. Yeah.
I see it was I see it on your Twitter. You were doing something for Halloween. What were you going as? It was you and like the cute little pixie girl. Who were y'all going?
Oh, thanks. And then Laura, I was just my hair was purple still, so I was like, I should be a purple Pennywise, and then I just ended up being a killer clown.
Ah, that's what it was. I was like, I know. I was saying, I was trying to figure out what it was. It was.
Yeah, just
It was
a
scary.
clown. I honestly didn't want to spend money on my costume this year. So I just threw a bunch of stuff I had together from wrestling and did my makeup, and I was like, clown with blood. Everything has to have blood. I don't know.
You gotta pay them bills, man. You gotta get every now and then. You gotta, like, you know what I mean. Let's chill on the costume.
I know
spending.
Halloween sometimes gets crazy. Now I got to see you at WoW. You had an amazing performance. I know you can't talk that much about it, but how was the experience in general? We're not talking about the storyline because I know WoW will get upset at you and they'll get upset at us, and we try and keep a good relationship. But how was the experience in general?
None of us trying to get fired.
Yeah, facts.
For real.
So how was the experience overall, as far as dealing with the girls and all this other stuff?
So when I first moved to California, I got the opportunity to do one of those Friday night fights.
Mm-hmm.
They really liked me, and then from there they developed this Chantelli Chella character. Sorry, the last name's hard for me.
Mm-hmm.
Chantelli Chella, and it's just really cool because I'll be at the gym and I'll be thinking, and I'm like, okay, this is what she does. This is who she is. And then once I dye my hair purple, I'm all in the character.
Mm-hmm.
So get to LA. I'm going to tell you about this week. I had a horrible week getting there. So we get there. I leave my phone in the taxi.
Oh, no.
This is day one.
No.
So luckily, the taxi driver found it, though. I got it back.
Nice.
Like 7 hours later, I had to pay $60. That's fine. Cheaper
Right.
than a new phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
True.
The next day, I'm walking down the street in LA just to go get a drink of water. I needed a breath of air. We were inside like all day. We were at a hotel and just going over everything. It was so much wrestling for so many days.
Mm-hmm.
Just at this hotel, and I just needed to walk out and get air, right? So I'm walking down the street, and I'm on the phone with my mom. I'm telling her everything that's going on, and I'm just like minding my own business. And there's a skateboarder coming for me, right? Oh no! You guys there?
Yeah, we're here.
We're good.
Okay, sorry, my computer turned off for a second. So I'm like walking down the street and there's a skateboarder coming for me. So I step to the left. The skateboarder goes to the left. So, I put my hand out, boom, and I stiff arm him off his skateboard. Because I had to. He was coming at me.
Right.
So, he turns around, he goes, "Get off your effing cell phone." And like I have a complete like meltdown because like it's been a hard couple of days. We've just been wrestling and I lost my phone. There's so much going on. And I turn around, I'm on the phone with my mom too, and she doesn't like when I cuss. I say, "Get off your effing skateboard, a-hole." And she's like, "Oh my God." She's like, "Rachel, go eat. Go eat."
Angry.
And then the rest of the week was good. No.
Hopefully.
And then after that, it started like coming together. Like I fit on my costume, and I was like, "This costume is amazing, best costume I ever had."
Mm-hmm.
And then I got my promos done and my pictures done, and then everything just started coming together. Like I'm just glad. Like the first couple of days there, I was like, "Oh, I don't know how this is gonna go," but everything came together. Everything was amazing, and catering was dope.
Oh, that's always good when catering's go.
Yeah,
dope.
every now and again you got a stiff arm skateboarder in Cali, man. They think they're running
Especially when
things.
they're coming right at you.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Now, for you guys who don't know what we're talking about, WOW, it's coming on Access Television, so you're going to check your local listings for that. The date that it's going to be airing is January 18th, 2019. So kind of be on the lookout for that. Check your local listings and all that good stuff. Now, is there any other events that we can look forward to as far as matches?
I don't know if I'm allowed to say what I'm up to for the next couple weeks.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
for real?
Okay.
So it's going to be an exciting month.
Uh-huh.
That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to be some new places that I've never been.
Okay.
One place I'm returning, but I haven't been there in about 3 years. So,
Okay. Is it in North America?
yes, this month.
Is it somewhere cold in North America? Like, is it in North America but a different country?
No, I think I'm here in America.
Okay. All right. Just checking. So now, you also have a shirt on Pro Wrestling Tees. You want to let people know where they can find that?
Yeah.
I have a few shirts on Pro Wrestling Tees. You can find the link on my Instagram, which is at Raystar5, RAYSTAR 5. And then you can find it on Twitter at Ray_Lyn, RAY_LYN.
Cool. What was it like wrestling Thunder Rosa?
I love her.
She's amazing.
She is so much fun. She's so amazing. Like we're friends in real life, so we have a lot of chemistry. And she likes to do her little dance, and I do my little dance too. So it's a good time.
And now Ray Lyn. I mean, obviously your name is Rachel, but like, how did you come about with that particular name?
It was a girl at OVW. I was sitting there. They were like, it was my first time going on camera, and they needed a name for me to put on TV. And I didn't know. I was like, Rachel K. And that my trainer, he absolutely loved that because I was so ditzy. He's like, Rach K. But there was a girl like, no, we need to come up with something. I was like, well, all my friends call me Ray Cray. And she's like, well, that doesn't really work. What's your middle name? I'm like, Lynn. She's like, well, why don't we just do that? And I didn't realize I was going to get stuck with it because I probably would have went with Rach K. So.
Well, there you have
Ray
it.
Lyn. Yeah, but it has a ring to it though. It has a nice ring to it though.
It does.
Ray Lyn.
It goes well. It's easy to spell. Yeah. It's close to my real name, so I answer to it.
There you go. Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite Power Ranger? Like back in the day, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Who's your
The
favorite?
Green Ranger.
Oh,
I was in love with him.
Jason David Frank.
I was gonna marry him. Yeah, I was definitely gonna marry him.
Because I was all about Kimberly, man. I was like, yeah, we gotta make it happen.
Now you've had quite a few matches. Now, is there anybody that you want to have a match with, male or female?
I've never wrestled Dylan, and I'd like to beat his ass. So Dylan Bostic.
Book it, somebody. Told somebody to book that.
Book it. Mercedes Martinez. I just think she's so amazing. I think I would learn a lot in the ring from her, and yeah, that would be really awesome. There's so many amazing female talent out there.
There is.
There's so many girls I want to wrestle. It would take me all day to get through a list.
Okay. You never know. I think, who was it that they put their list, they created a list, I think it might have been like 10 people, and they actually put it out on Twitter, and they were able to cross everybody off that list within about 6 months.
It's pretty awesome.
So, I mean.
Maybe I should do that.
Yeah,
tweet it out.
You know who you should put on there? The Rock.
The Rock. I want to wrestle The Rock.
You just never know who's watching. So we're gonna play a little game. It's gonna be rapid fire. So we're gonna have Stephen cue that music for us.
Whenever you.
I'm scared of this one. I think I told her already.
Wrestling Rabbit Hot Tags.
All right. So we are gonna go. So always early or always late.
All right.
Always early. Always early or always late.
Early.
Last person you text.
Monica.
What is the one thing you love about yourself?
My eyes.
A dream dinner guest.
The Rock.
Last show you binge watched.
That Hill's House. Yeah.
Okay. If you were a crayon, what color would you be?
Magenta.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Power Rangers?
Oh man. Oh man.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Favorite junk food?
Tacos. Is that a junk food?
Yeah, you can do that.
Sure.
Tacos for sure. If you can listen to one song for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Truffle butter.
Wow.
Out of every song on the planet.
All right. If you were on death row, what would be your last meal?
More tacos.
Okay. Just give me all the tacos. See, that was simple. It's not bad.
It wasn't bad. I was just worried about what would come out of my mouth.
She put the unicorn just to make sure.
I was channeling my energy to make sure I stayed calm.
There you go. Now, where can people find you?
Yeah. What?
Where can people find you?
I am on Instagram, Twitter. I gave those out earlier for my t-shirt, but I'll do it again. Instagram, it's Raystar5, RAYSTAR 5. And then Twitter, Ray Lyn, RAY_LYN.
Oh, and Ruby Rise is in the chat. She says you are one of the best girls around right now. So shout out from Ruby Rise, friend of the show too.
That's my friend.
Oh, I like it. I like friends. We all becoming friends. And by the way, when you come on this show, there's a couple things that happen. First off, you become an official friend of the show. So we'll have Stephen cue the music. So we have a little music thing. We'll send you a plaque and all that good stuff. And then on top of that, what we also do is we're probably about 3 for 3. We have a couple of things that are working, but we don't have power. However, there's power in the show that whatever you say you want done, like a la Mae Young Classic, a la Impact, a la Japan, it tends to happen for women.
All of it. I want all of it.
All of it.
Give her all the things.
Give her all the things. So,
all the things.
All the things.
That's unicorn power.
So all the things. But thank you so much for coming on the show. Appreciate it, especially on Halloween, because I know people are doing things. So appreciate you for coming on the show. We definitely look for it. If you guys. We saw Ray Lyn at WOW. She's amazing. So definitely be on the lookout for those listings to see WOW in January, because she did an amazing performance.
Thank you.
I need to get. Oh, is that a onesie?
It's a straight up onesie. That's a onesie.
It's pretty dope. It has a zipper.
Yes,
I
I need that for Christmas. That's gonna be on my list. Somebody. Thank you so much for hopping on the show. Official friend of the show, Ray Lyn.
Thank you.
So much fun. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
All right. So Evan,
Listen.
or Coco Cena.
All these after buzzers, our network produces after show for anything, all your favorite TV shows from dramas, reality, TV, sci-fi, and more. There's no network that works harder to serve television fans, but now we need your help. We're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. Matter of fact, subscribe to them all. Not one or more, every single one of them. By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that's tailor-made for you and help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about those pesky notifications, don't be, because they're optional. But hit that subscribe button now for this channel and check out our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. Let us know you did so in the comments, and we'll thank you on air. For now, thanks for being the best fans and helping us be the ESPN of TV talk. Shout out to Bosa and Star Drew and Jay Will.
Ruby's in the chat.
Ruby Rise.
And Star in the chat.
Star Drew all up in the joint, man. You know what I mean? The whole Johan Pena, the mayor of AfterBuzz TV.
Yes. Wait,
So,
you the mayor?
Yeah, he's the mayor. Yeah,
And who's the GM?
Bosa, the GM for sure.
Bosa's GM.
That's
All
for
right,
sure.
cool,
General manager of Women's Wrestling Weekly. DJ, whenever you get that news track played up, man.
Women's Wrestling News.
Oh, you got a new promo cut. You got you do got some new audio. Damn!
Don't be.
I didn't know it was gonna be like that. It's very powerful voice.
Season 10.
It's a very powerful
episode
voice.
10.
I like
season 2.
I like this brother. But WWE Raw. Okay, so Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch, champion versus champion, Survivor Series. The stage is set. Do you care? Do you want to see it? What's your thought process right now?
I was pleasantly surprised with Ronda and Nikki, and I think I'll be. I shouldn't say. I think it's gonna be a great match.
Yeah.
I was really concerned because Nia won the Battle Royale, and I was concerned that's what they're gonna do, and they already did it before, and I was like, I don't know if this is gonna be. I don't know if they're gonna build a story to it, whatever. So I'm interested to see what they're gonna do with Nia now that they booked this. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, and then who wins? Do they both get the belt, or is it just what? It's just a match. I'm sure Bosa can answer that. But.
Yeah, I really think it's just a match.
Okay, so it's like a dream match.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think because maybe they don't know what they want to do with Nia yet.
Right.
Maybe they don't know what pay-per-view they want her to get that opportunity. I think that's kind of like a filler.
Well, we're pretty much in November. Survivor Series is on the 18th, so it's like less 2.5 weeks away.
Yeah,
it's coming up quick.
It really is.
So I mean, I'm definitely interested to see how this is gonna. I was puzzled. I mean, adulting, it just goes.
Yeah. But yeah, all right, moving on. So Women's Evolution, you got to talk about it. It's historic.
Yeah.
Shout out to it being sold out.
Yes.
I don't give a damn if y'all weren't there. It was sold out.
Well, they say it sold out. The crowd was amazing.
Yeah.
So it was a great event. I'm happy that I'm always biased towards Trinity, but I'm happy that Nia won. Yeah. Trish Stratus and Lita, that was a great match.
It really was. To open the show too.
To open the show.
Yeah.
The NXT with Shayna and Kairi Sane. They're gonna do with that and the 3 horsewomen because Ronda's in the main roster. So I'm really interested to see that. I really want to see a Tamina and Nia Jax battle.
Yeah, that'd be dope. See, that'd be dope. You're like, no one's talking about that. You're actually the only one talking about
WWE for longer. So it's just kind of like, what was that? I feel
Tamina just snaps at me like, I've been here before you.
Right.
Like I don't care if we're family.
There's a storyline there.
Oh God, I don't care if we're family. Like this is personal. Like you took my spotlight.
Yeah.
Like I've always been there when you were like this little bubble like that. That's old school.
There's a whole story.
Women can do that too. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. But yeah. Oh, perfect timing. But yeah, speaking of that, so Baszler over Sane, first 2-time NXT Women's Champion. So they put on a great matches, like you said. So it's one of those things. So I guess Baszler's not going away as fast as people thought she was.
Well, who was? I can't even.
Because everyone swears she was getting the call up any second.
Yeah, I've done some. I think it was when I covered Evolution. So definitely go and check that out if you want to see our AfterBuzz's panel on that.
Check it out.
But somebody said, I think it was Kaufman. He was saying like everybody. It might have been. Well, what somebody said it that we always want everybody to be called up, and then they get called up, and then what happens?
You don't put them over.
Right. Not even you don't. Like sometimes the storylines are.
It's true. Like everyone's like the call up. I go no. Sometimes they need to stay their butt in NXT.
But it's not necessarily them. I'm sure they're not like, oh, I'm ready to be called up.
No, it's true, but part of them wants to get called up. But I know, but I'm saying, guys, stop doing that.
Yeah,
because that roster is crazy. That main roster is crazy.
It's crazy because we have Sanity that we haven't seen. We haven't seen people that are on the main roster that have been there for a while that we haven't seen. We have seen Naomi's there in and out. She doesn't have much of a she's doing stuff with Asuka, but that's still kind of confusing to me. Even Asuka, she came up and she lost it to Charlotte, and then what's Asuka doing now? So you do want the best for them, and obviously it's called the main roster for a reason,
right?
But I'm kind of happy that Shayna is gonna stay there because there's so much of a storyline. Like, so you still have I think they did announce it, but I can't remember who it was. But you still have Bianca Belair, who's undefeated.
You know where I'm at with that?
That they can. Well,
she's box office.
She's box office.
She really is, though.
There's certain things that I'm just like,
What things? What things? What?
Let's just move on. I love Bianca too.
Me
She's
too.
track star, CrossFitter, but there's certain things that she's doing that I'm like, is this you or is this them telling you? So we'll just leave it there.
Nikki Bella on why the Diva moniker should not be a negative. We talked about this like months ago.
Yeah,
and
when Ruby was on.
Yeah, and I'm really glad that this got brought up because it's a big superstar in WWE and like a female superstar, and she's saying, like I said, divas they call like En Vogue divas.
Yeah.
And when I was growing up, En Vogue, they wasn't nothing bad about that.
Yeah,
at all.
Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston,
Beyonce,
however,
like
they were
so on and so forth.
over the top, but they could back we don't know whether it's rumor or true, but they could back it up. They had the talent, they had the skill. It's not like they were just like, oh, well, I think that I can sing and you do all this stuff. Like, they did the groundwork, and now they're at this point. So if you want green M&Ms, then give the girl green M&Ms.
Give her green M&Ms.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's to each his own. Everybody's different. I don't believe Ronda wants to be referred to as that. And to each his own. They decide to do the women's championship, and kudos to that. But I agree with Nikki where it's just like, it shouldn't be a bad thing. It's something that was in the past, and this is former, and now they're moving on to this.
Yeah, and that's what I like about it. Like, I'm not saying let's go back to that. Mm-hmm. She's saying that let's say the women and what they were doing, and when they started the real evolution, like, we didn't look at it like you guys did. Like, we were just wrestling, and we were in the ring, and we were putting on good matches. Like, our matches in the past were pretty good. We didn't think about it as we were divas.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And you also have to think too, at that time they were getting 2-minute matches. They were doing the bikini. It's like, if they had a choice to do what they're doing now versus what they were doing then, I'm pretty sure they'd be like, yeah, I want to do what I'm doing now. It's longer matches.
Absolutely.
I believe Nikki and Ronda was almost 20 minutes.
It's crazy.
So, I'm sure. But again, everybody has to pave the roads. Like, I mean, if you take black people, for instance, I don't want to be picking no cotton. Somebody had to do it. And now we're here.
That's true, though. Like, I'm saying, like, listen, for them to get where we...
They didn't have to do it. Listen, don't want to Kanye moment.
But I don't want you to get on Charlemagne the God Donkey of the Day. Listen.
They didn't have to do it. But, if you don't know the history, just hit me up. But just clarify that.
I know what you're saying, but we're in dangerous times, man. I'm telling you, when I seen that clip of Homeward and Megan chick too, by the way, I thought it was much worse, but listen, I thought it was much worse. And she lost her job for it. You gotta be careful what you say. So listen, TK didn't say it's okay for black people to pick cotton. I just put that out there.
Yes.
You gotta say you gotta say
Oprah money. That'll be like the one comment she said.
Yo, you be like, you be living your best life. Yo, like TK Trinidad, the world famous host, and you were like, I got this one clip of her saying this. It's like, you already know how I go.
Her folks didn't even pick cotton. She's from the islands. Like,
they you get fired somehow. But
anyway, moving on.
Yeah. It's so true though. So Eva Marie talking about, listen, I'm not gonna really talk about what she was talking about. Like, her name came up and she got interviewed. She asked about there was unfinished business.
Ryan Satin from Pro Wrestling.
Shout out to your boy too.
Yeah.
And like, it's just about her having unfinished business in WWE. So I don't even want to get into that but I just want to get into your thoughts on Eva Marie and her process, because she really was built up to be something, and then she got a lot of flack for just choosing to do what she done, even though there's been wrestlers that done much worse than her.
Right. I mean, I think in wrestling, it's good to have the crowd, the WWE universe, to feel emotion. If they're not feeling nothing towards you, then you're dead in the water.
Right.
So even if they dislike, like, look at Roman Reigns. I mean, the majority of people disliked him.
He moved the needle though.
That's the thing. So I think she didn't I think at that point she didn't realize the impact of that, and people are still calling for her. Hell, we tried to get her on the show. We're not even gonna get into all that, but it's just kind of like one of those things where it's just kind of like she's still affiliated with it, and even not being affiliated, she's doing amazing things now. I think she had like a boot camp, and she has like she's done a hairline, she has jeans, she's in movies, all this stuff. She's doing stuff now with her name, and there's opportunity to go back. Then why not?
Why not?
I mean, secure your bag.
That's true. Listen, man. Look, y'all, everybody is so quick to criticize, man. I swear, man. But listen, this is what she did. You know, husband's like the business guy, so she had a plan. Her plan was to use. Let's stop acting like she's the only person that used a platform to do other stuff. Like, come on now. Come on now.
The entertainment industry is not. You can't do one thing.
And you're a woman, and they are quick to bring somebody younger in as a female. Like, they're quick to replace you with another girl with red hair.
Yeah.
So you got to live your best life and do the best thing you can do.
But still, how many years has she been not with the company, and people still remember her?
Like I said, I'm talking about something that just the article that was just published right now. So like so she's clearly relevant. But yeah, that's it for the news, man. Just keep it up on these women, man. Yo, why don't you come on the show, Eve Marie?
Anywho,
why don't you come on the show?
Let's hit that DJ. We got a little dance break. Y'all were feeling it last time. Got a little.
Yo, DJ, play that track.
Got a little louder. You gotta feel it.
Yeah, when I was growing up. This scared the mess out of me.
What is this?
That's me in the studio. I'm in the booth. Because I'm telling you right now, this movie, because I don't know if y'all know anything about this, y'all young whippersnappers out there, there was like a whole movie production before this video track started.
13 minutes long.
And it scared the mess out of me when I was little when he turned into the wolf. It scared me to death. I was a baby when that happened.
I don't even watch it now. I can't.
It scared me. It was scary.
Can't do it. So that's
little
dance break. If you don't know what we're talking about, definitely go and check it out. To Michael Jackson, late great Michael Jackson.
God rest his soul.
One of the songs that definitely brought him in.
Better believe it.
You know, well, he was big before he.
Yeah, he was big time. He was like super big then.
Super big.
Super big.
Let's hit that star of the week real quick.
Women's Wrestling Star of the Week.
Yeah, man. Our women's wrestling star of the week is former Impact Knockout champion Su Yung. She got her start in wrestling in 2007 in Memphis, Tennessee. In 2007, the 11-year veteran got her start in several promotions, which include Lady Sports, MLL, GCW, and Jerry Lawler's Memphis Wrestling, and made her debut for Main Event Championship Wrestling and as villainous under the name Su Yung, and defeated Tracy Taylor in 2010. Su Yung wrestled for Shine Wrestling and WWE, where she competed in its former developmental territory, Florida Championship Wrestling, under the ring name Sonya. If you haven't, definitely check out Su Yung and the chat. Watching us on YouTube and listen to us on iTunes. We post the star of the week on our social media, so make sure to repost and tag that superstar. Let us know who you want to be the next WPW star of the week, please. Y'all have power too. We need y'all too. We need y'all to spread the word. We ain't doing this for our health. We doing this for y'all. Hook it up.
The poll question this week, because we didn't have one last week. Shout out to Hollywood for being on the show.
Seriously.
She is amazing. She's on fire. And then I also saw Little Egypt post a picture of her in the ring. So I don't know if she's making an appearance in WoW. It might be a little obviously not a secret because she posted on social media, but I don't know what it pertains to. So we might get some surprises of WoW that we didn't see while we were there. But this week's poll is, who are you pulling for? Becky Lynch or Ronda Rousey?
It's a good question.
I mean, I'm really interested to see if there's going to be a 50-50 split, or people going to go Becky, or,
I can see that doing that. Ronda Rousey. Yeah,
right.
Becky.
Because even when Becky was in the ring with Charlotte, it was kind of split, and then they started going for Becky more. Yeah. Towards the middle of the match. So, we'll see how that all kind of comes together.
Should be a very interesting atmosphere.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
So, where can people find you, Mr. Coco Cena?
Evan T. Mac, Instagram and Twitter. How's your boy? I read everything. I'm always on the medias, the face tweets and the snapgrams. I'm always on it, and I'm reading everything. Shout out to Johan Pena.
Are you going out for Halloween or no?
I might weasel way down to Santa Monica. They be turn up, and we will be turned.
At this time?
We will be turned.
Good luck with that one. I ain't touching Santa Monica at all. It's going to take you like an hour and a half to get down there.
They be turned, though. It's like a spectacle. It's like Ripley's Believe It or Not down there.
Yeah, I went there one year, and
Girl.
I ain't doing nothing. I like mine. And also, too, for you guys who are in Los Angeles, up until 4 o'clock in the morning, Fat Sal's in Los Angeles, and they're not paying me to do this. I just found it, thought super cool.
Let me find out.
Coming to America, McDowell's, they actually turned one of their stores into McDowell's.
Did they really?
In Los Angeles. and Coanga or what? Look
Did
it up.
they really
Yeah, there's
do
only a
that?
few fat cells. If you're in LA, definitely go and check it out because it's a recreation of that. If you don't know what I'm talking about coming to America, then you need
I
to get your life.
can't believe they did that.
Yeah.
I gotta go to that.
Yeah, so if you head into Santa Monica, you might as well stop there. They're open until 4 o'clock in the morning.
What?
So make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, AfterBuzz TV, wrestling, all of that good stuff. Leave comments. Five stars are better for iTunes. We are reading all your comments.
Yep.
We definitely appreciate it. Like I said, I'm working on some stuff. I'm just working on some stuff. That's all I can
I'm just working.
ask for.
I'm working.
Follow us on Twitter, WPW Weekly. On IG, WPW Weekly. Facebook, we also have a Facebook page, Women's Wrestling Weekly. Also, thanks to Leslie. She handles the social media.
Thank you.
Trust me, it's a beast.
Yeah.
I don't want to be doing it.
Holla at your girl. I don't either, so holla at your girl. For real.
Yeah. This one's not live tweeting when he's sleeping
Listen,
at home.
I was sleeping, your boy.
You can follow us on the tweets to find out what I'm talking about.
My
because we also do Raw together, even though you only see us together like once a month. And anywho, you can find me on everything at TK Trinidad. We know there are a lot of wrestling podcasts all over the place, but we thank you for watching Women's Wrestling Weekly because, you know, we are the #1 wrestling show on the planet. And that's not because of us, that's because of you.
Yeah.
So until next week, ciao, y'all.
Kevin Undergaro, Maria Menounos, Phil Svitek, producer TK Trinidad, and me, Mark Donica, your voice of AfterBuzz TV Wrestling. We ask you to rate and comment on iTunes, subscribe to AfterBuzz Wrestling on YouTube, and